Afternoon, peeps. Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. All right, I've just finished watching the Fury Makhmudov press conference hosted by Josh Denzel. I was wondering who was going to do that. We are used to Dev Sani or Jamie Ward hosting the pressers, but yeah, Josh Denzel hosted it. I have wrote down a few things that I do want to talk about off the back of it. It wasn't the most enthralling and exciting Tyson Fury press conference. But nonetheless, it is good to see the Gypsy King back. He's not lost a step. He was itching to speak. You could see he was sat there thinking, okay, when is it going to be my turn? He was desperate. We haven't seen him in a press conference setting for 15, 16 months. And you could tell he was excited to be back, excited to be in front of the cameras. He's done a lot of talking over social media, specifically Instagram, in the last 2 or 3 months, and he was ready to talk. And you know what? People always ask me, I get a lot of questions as to why I don't do the press conferences anymore, or that much anymore. I still do a few. I guess the simple answer is I don't really enjoy doing them. That's the answer. I wasn't forced off them. I kind of removed myself from them. And the reason I don't enjoy doing them is because I've always said I think there are too many people on stage. Like, all I really want to speak to is the fighters, which is why I enjoy doing the face-offs or interviews. I don't want to hear from managers and trainers and look, there weren't no trainers on stage, but I don't want to hear from managers and promoters and this person and that person. I want to hear from the fighters. And in this instance, it took 40 minutes to get to the fighters, and they're both there kind of twiddling their thumbs. And I just want to hear from the fighters. I want to hear from Fury. Like a lot of you, I tune in to that press conference only for Fury. Sorry to interrupt the video, but this is very important and I'll be quick. If you're one of these people that watch the channel and don't hit that subscribe button or forgot to hit that subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. It's really important. It will help grow the channel. I am trying to chuck different types of content on the channel as well. I am trying to get to 200,000 subscribers. I know it sounds crazy, but who knows, right? By the end of the year. And I need you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. All right, back to the video. I kind of know Arslanbek's not really going to say something. Or say much. He's not going to antagonize Fury. He's almost just happy to be there. It's Fury that I'm waiting to hear from. And I think 40 minutes to get to Fury is too long. It's too long. And I get how you've got to go to Spencer, to Frank, and to Arslanbek's manager. But I always say, and I started doing this, I will go to the fighters first. I want to hear one take from the fighters. Then I'll probably go to the managers. And then I'll come back to the fighters to kind of wrap up. But you do want to hear from Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury wants to hear from Tyson Fury. And this isn't a dig at Josh Denzel, but again, this is the reason I stopped doing it, because you're almost told, you got to ask that person a question, got to ask that person a question. I'm like, geez, what? I remember I did one. I did a Makhmudov Crawford press conference. I was kind of asked the day before, like, we're going to announce Makhmudov Crawford. We need you to host a press. And I was like, what? This was the first one I've ever done. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I was literally shaking. I'm not joking. On stage, there was about, if you think I'm lying, go and check it out. Go and check it out. It's there. Go and check it. On stage, the undercard, I did the undercard and then the main event. The undercard had all the undercard fighters and all their managers and a couple of trainers. I was like, what are we doing? And I was supposed to go down the line and speak to every bloody manager or trader. So yeah, I don't necessarily like them. Obviously, when you got someone like Tyson Fury, they're more enjoyable because you know you're going to get something. When Eddie's there, when Ben, Eubank, and when you got people that are going to go at each other and antagonize each other, you just have to sit back and enjoy it. This one, you didn't really get that because, again, Arslanbek wasn't going to antagonize Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury looks in good shape. Again, he's 37. He isn't a spring chicken anymore, but he mentioned that he's been away in Thailand for a couple of months, just out there, warm weather training, way better than training in Morecambe. Kind of had a dig at the UK weather at the moment. Looking out the window, it's grey. Why would I want to get up and train when it's grey, it's wet, it's windy? Hence why he went to Thailand. And I guess now fight camp starts now. We're 8 weeks away. One thing that I wanted Josh to ask, which I don't think was asked, was what's the training setup? Is Sugar Hill back? Like, what's going on? We haven't really sort of got any answer about that. No one knows if Sugar Hill Stewart is going to be the trainer. Is it going to be his dad, maybe accompanied by Andy Lee? I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll find out in a few days once we see him in camp. And if we don't see Sugar Hill anymore, then we know there's no more Sugar Hill, which I think would be a mistake. some people, obviously, some fighters like to change the whole setup when you suffer a defeat. But I've always said, when you suffer a defeat, and I think I said this about Dubois when he left Don Charles, if you suffer a defeat to Alexander Usyk, there's no shame. I mean, so hopefully it's still Sugar Hill Stewart. It is Andy Lee, and that's the setup. It was a good performance second time round, way better than the first fight I fought against Usyk. So I don't see any problem in changing it. I see Tyson Fury with the Netflix tie, pushing his Netflix show. He is a salesman. He is a salesman. He is charismatic. He'll say what he wants to say. He was nice, and then he got a bit, I like dark, and I don't mind that, with Arslanbek saying, look, he's going to butcher his face up. I think it's something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Something like he's going to butcher his face. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to hear. And if Arslanbek was, again, someone that would kind of go back and forth, that was the time I was looking. I was almost waiting for Arslanbek to kind of jump in and say, no, you ain't. I'm going to do this to you. But nothing. Arslanbek was just there, sat back like that. And I'm like, oh, God, we need someone to go at Fury. Like, we need it. Like, if it was a Wardley would say, do you know what I mean? Some fighters would say something back. It was AJ. Obviously, AJ would say something back. He'd have the Eddie influence as well. And I think he needed that a little bit. Even Usyk, and look, English certainly isn't Usyk's native language. Even Usyk at times went at Fury. They went at each other back and forth a little bit. So I feel like it lacked a bit of that, a little bit of two guys going at each other and then two promoters going at each other. Kind of lacked that, didn't it? But that doesn't necessarily matter. It's still, and I've said this a few times, it still will sell out. I really do believe that. I just think people are so invested in Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is such a big name over here, not just in boxing, but just in general. Like, he's that guy now. He's crossed over from boxing, crossed over from sport. Tyson Fury is just, he's an enigma. And I think people enjoy watching him. I think people enjoy listening to him. And his fights are fun. I mean, it's not like he does all that, you know, sell, get in the ring and then gives us a dud. He does all that. He gets in the ring and it's a fight. It is a fight. Talking of fights, I mean, John Fury looked like he was trying to fight Carl Froch. Obviously, Carl has said a few things about John Fury over the last few months, and John Fury, being John Fury, went straight for him. I'm not quite sure what he was going to do if he got to him. But I guess that was the entertainment from the press conference. He did say, Fury, that he wants to make boxing great again. That, you know, since he's been out, he's looked at boxing and boxing's been a bit boring. I guess he's specifically talking about the heavyweight division. I would disagree. I think the heavyweight division, since Fury's gone, has been pretty good. I think we've had some really good matchups. We've had some good fights. And I don't think it's been boring at all. I think Fabio Wardley has been entertaining, and he's probably, everyone, he's rose in the last 15 months more than most. Daniel Dubois has done some good work as well. So I don't think it's been boring, but it could always do with a Fury injection. And I think that's kind of what we're going to get as well. Yeah, there isn't much else really. I mean, one thing that was interesting was prior to the presser, Carl Froch and Lennox were talking about the ages that they retired at. Both were 38. Tyson Fury now 37. Yeah, like a bit like Alexander Usyk, age will get them. Like there are no spring chickens. Age will get them. I don't think Arslanbek Makhmudov's the guy to get Tyson Fury, but age will get them. When I spoke to Chisora the other day when he was doing the Wilder face-off, I said, would you fight one of the younger guys? Like, no. Like, most times when you get to that elder statesman sort of age, you fight your peers, people in and around you. Don't fight the younger guys. Arslanbek Makhmudov is obviously slightly younger. He does throw a lot of punches, Arslanbek Makhmudov. He's certainly as big as Tyson Fury. If you guys saw the face-off, there's not much in height between the two. Fury bills himself as 6'9", Makhmudov 6'5". I saw a guy that was 6'6" and another guy that was 6'5". So I think it's going to be an interesting match. My thing is, if Fury still has his legs, which I guess is one of the things that go, right, as you get older, especially considering that that's your thing. If Fury's got his legs, Fury would dance around this kid because his legs are so bad, Arslanbek. If Fury doesn't have his legs and it comes to just a fist fight, and Fury hoping that his kind of upper body movement will get him out of the way of shots, then maybe there's a bit of a banana skin. But I don't think so. I think Fury will get the job done. I think he will look good as well. And I think he looked good today. I think he did. He was excited to be back. He said he spoke about the fact that boxing, he loves it because you get paid to punch people in the face. That's Tyson Fury, ladies and gentlemen. So look, I like it. I'm disappointed that we didn't get anything on the undercard. Again, we are 8 weeks out. So there is a lot of time. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about Jimmy TKV versus Richard Riakporhe. That wasn't confirmed via the press conference. We didn't get anything about that. Nothing about the rest of the undercard as well. I think Spencer Brown said they're going to work on that in between that. But it would be nice to kind of get details on the undercard. I think they said tickets go on sale, I think, at the end of the week. And obviously, if you are, look, most people will be buying the tickets based off Fury, but there will be some that want to buy it for the whole night out. So they want to know what the undercard is before sort of giving up their cash. But look, it was a Fury presser, people. He said some crazy stuff. I do think it would have been nice to hear from him a bit earlier and a bit more, but it is what it is. These pressers are like that. Anyway, guys, girls, what did you make of Tyson Fury? How did he look, did you think? How did he look? I think he looked healthy, but that's how he always looks, really. I didn't see much different from this presser to the last one to the one before. He is a 19 stone big boy. And yeah, it's a tough one, the AJ question, but I almost wish that I don't know how they would have framed it, but I do think Tyson Fury came back for AJ. Not the winner of Wardley Dubois, not Fury, not Usyk. I think he came back for AJ. And maybe a question should have been framed around, if AJ fights again, is that a fight you want? Are we going to see that? Or something like that. Because I do think the AJ thing was the reason he actually came out of retirement. He mentioned sort of not living for now because of what happened with AJ. And he's obviously Lats and Sinner, he's friends. So I do think there was an AJ question in there that maybe, again, very tricky. I've done those things on stage where you must want to just get it done. You must want to get it done. You don't want to trip over anything and just move on. So this is certainly not digging out my boy Josh, because that would have been a tricky question to get in. But I do think there is an AJ narrative that will be spun very, very soon, especially if AJ announces he's fighting again. And I think that will come. All right, guys, girls, let me know what you think. Peace.